This is my mom, Lisa, when she was 5 years old. She was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and moved around a lot between duplexes, but eventually ended up living in Wauwatosa. Besides herself, she lived with her mom, Nancy, her dad, Bernard, and her older brother, Mark. Lisa had the typical American family, but a not-so-easy upbringing. Her mom was pretty strict, and her dad was just mean, so she didn't have the easiest childhood. She describes her family as a group of people who didn't share any common interests and were kind of just forced to deal with each other. The one thing they did have in common was their love for animals, so when my mom was younger, she was always surrounded by pets, including a wild pet squirrel that they somehow managed to rescue. The most specific one my mom remembers is her dog Heidi, which she unfortunately witnessed getting hit by a car when she was only 4 years old. As my mom got into her teens, she'd probably describe herself as an outcast or a rebel towards her classmates. Considering she moved from Milwaukee to the Tosa School District, she never really felt like she belonged. Her and her friends would hang out and often get involved in teen-related activity, including tagging the side of a water tower with huge letters that said, "Hi, Mom." And let's just say her mom was not very happy. After high school, my mom went to a few different colleges. First, she started at MATC to study video production, but after that didn't work out, she decided to go to UWM and study art instead. After not liking UWM either, she ended up going to the University of Minnesota to study journalism, and here my mom had the most fun. Minnesota was definitely my mom's happy place. She made a lot of new friends, met a lot of new people, was dating my dad, and also had a job in the phone department of an insurance firm. And even though the job was really boring, she had a really good time because the people there were fun. Overall, her schooling took 10 years and was really difficult to pay off, but eventually it was worth it. After moving between Wisconsin and Minnesota, my mom eventually ended up going to North Carolina with my dad because he got a new job. But unfortunately, this was like a really big culture shock because everybody there was really judgmental. She remembers going to a party and making killer brownies, as she called them, and printing out a bunch of pictures of Jeffrey Dahmer that she just hid around the house so they would just sneak up on you. And though everybody was nice to her face, she could tell that everybody was pretty judgmental and didn't really find it funny at all. Which was part of the reason why my mom really just did not like North Carolina, and eventually her and my dad moved back to Wisconsin. After moving back to Wisconsin, my mom and my dad had a private wedding and got married in Las Vegas. And then my mom got pregnant with my brother Dane and eventually got pregnant with me as well. A few months ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer and now has no hair, so she looks a little different than she might have in any other circumstance. But I like my mom because I know that she's not afraid of death, so it's comforting to know that if anything were to happen, she's not afraid of what's on the other side.